Hi gamers, I'm John, host of Video Games in the World. So, I ordered my copy of The Last of Us Part 2, and it's coming tomorrow. Now, since The Last of Us Part 2 was announced, a lot of people were like, yeah! I remember 3 years ago when I saw the teaser for The Last of Us Part 2, and I was like, yeah! At last! Because, yeah, I knew there was going to be a sequel coming soon, the way the first Last of Us video game ended. However, as there were many as the next trailer was released, in about E3 of 2018, a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, this is some hidden agenda." Yeah, they say that it's SJW propaganda because the main character is gay and not your typical straight dude. Now let me tell you something. Look, I'm not bothered that a gay character takes the ratings of the protagonist. To me, it's a huge step. I'm a heterosexual male myself, and I believe that gays and lesbians deserve a shot at being protagonists at movies, games, and comics of their own stories. Cause here's the thing. Now, this video is me about saying why I'm not gonna jump on the Last of Us 2 hate train that has been going on for a long time, since the final trailers were released, and also Ellie being gay. Look, I cannot understand. Now look, there was a time, I've said this many times, there was a time where I was not very friendly towards gays and lesbians because I thought that was not normal. In college, I learned to accept a little bit, but I was not supportive of gay marriage. I was more marriages between a man and a woman, which got me into a heated argument with a lesbian coworker, and I'm very remorseful for what happened and all the things that I said. Because of course, it's better to give someone the chance to grow than cancel them. But here's the thing, this hate train of The Last of Us Part 2, who is merely a bunch of people saying that The Last of Us Part 2 is SJW propaganda because the main character is gay. Now, you're acting like the very people you claim to despise. Quoting Harvey Dent, I quoted this many times, die hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's what's going on. You're acting like the very people that you claim to despise, the SJWs. Now, let me tell you something. I don't like SJWs. And for the record, let me tell you something. Social justice is a good thing because it's about equal spreading of the wealth. Feminism has a good definition. Advocacy of women's rights on the grounds of social, political, and economic equality to men. But the way the SJWs do it is destroying the purpose of what social justice and feminism is all about. Through slander, censorship, and silencing someone because they have a different opinion. And I prefer to listen and agree to disagree. Sure, I'm not going to blindly agree with everything people on the opposite side say, but there are some things I gotta disagree with. Agree to disagree and move on. But now, back to The Last of Us Part 2. So, look, you're acting like the very people you claim to despise by calling it SJW propaganda because Ellie is gay. To be honest, I could give two shits if Ellie is gay. I could give two shits about it. It's a good thing that she's a protagonist. Yeah, in the first game, hey, Anita Sarkeesian called her a sidekick. Not that I have any love for Anita, by the way. She's full of negative energies. And she prefers to force artists to change their art because sexy women hurts her little fifis. And also, here's the thing. It's not that I have any love for Anita Sarkeesian, but I'm going to play the game and judge for myself. I'm not going to jump on this hate train without having played the game. There's a lot of bad things being talked about The Last of Us Part 2. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this video, but what do I care? Because let me tell you something. I hate tribalism, and I hate groupthink, be it on the side of SJWs or the side of anti-SJWs. Now, there was a time that I would call myself an anti-SJW. In some ways, I still am. But I decided to leave the circle because I cannot stand groupthink. I prefer to think for myself. That's all. So you see, to all those who are jumping on the hate train of The Last of Us Part 2, I rather suggest that you play the game instead of judging. Because gay characters are a hidden agenda. Now, I've also heard that a lot of people are pissed off about The Last of Us Part 2 because there's a Christian cult that is extremely homophobic. Now, let me tell you something. I'm an interdenominational myself, and there are lots of Christians that are very, very homophobic. Did you forget about the Westboro Baptist Church? The Westboro Baptist Church is an example of Christians being homophobic. And also, Pat Robertson, Matthew Hagee, they're very homophobic. And Kirk Cameron saying that all these natural phenomenon disasters are due to passing same-sex marriage. And I'm like, are you serious? Are you gonna blame a bunch of people? You think God is punishing humanity because they decided to pass a law? Human laws I respect, but sure, there are some laws that don't actually deserve to be laws. Like the police treating, like the way the police treats innocent black people, and you know. So once again, I'm not jumping on the Last of Us Part 2 hate train, but it's not like I have any love for Anita Sarkeesian. She's full of negative energies, and she prefers to censor and force game developers to change the looks of women in video games because sexy women hurts her little fifis, and you know. Cool. So I'm going to play The Last of Us Part 2, and I'm going to judge for myself the good, the bad of that game, and what I don't like about it. But I'm not going to like the jump on the hate train like, ooh, it's SJW propaganda. You know, speaking of accusing games of being SJW propaganda, let me tell you something. Wolfenstein 2, The New Colossus, was accused of being SJW propaganda because one of the Resistance characters, Horton, is a communist. Given that I don't like communism because of all the atrocities that happened due to the actions of Stalin, Chairman Mao, Pol Pot, and Ho Chi Minh, and Castro as well. Now, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna hate people who call themselves communists. It's the ideology that I don't like, and the way that Stalin and Chairman Mao and Pol Pot, Ho Chi Minh, and Castro enforced it. Another game that was called SJW propaganda was Apex Legends. I remember like a year ago, when this guy accused Apex Legends of being SJW propaganda because they had gay characters in it, and one guy, so stupid, saying that he fears that his son is going to be a transgender because he plays mostly with a female character. I mean, dude, if your son wants to play a female character in a video game, let him fucking be. It's not like he's gonna be a girl or anything. It's not like he's gonna be less masculine and more feminine. Dios mío. And also so you see, like I said, you calling games SJW propaganda without even having playing it, die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And that's what's going on. You're acting like the very people you claim to despise. Understood? ¿Entendiste? Well, I wish I could say some more, but words just can't come into mind right now. But when I think a lot more, if it comes to me, I'm gonna tell you more about it, either later or tomorrow, whatever. Anyway, this is John, host of Video Games in the World. Peace out. And by the way, I'm planning to upload my season 1 remaster by either August or July. And sorry about not adding... Oh, Jesus, freaking notifications. And sorry about not adding any weekly or latest news lately. Because, you know, I decided to take some time for myself and in this quarantine, in this pandemic of self-reflection. So everyone, stay safe and be strong. Peace out.